North side, south side, east side, west side. Perfect. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink, what up Tenny, what up Ray Ray, what up Spitz, 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texas, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation.
Testing. Testing. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. What's the motherfucking deal? I want to say shout out to everybody. Welcome to Sauce Sports. Gonna be a short stream tonight. Talk about a couple of things and explain to you why. But we're gonna talk about the Arizona Cardinals matchup with the Houston Texans, or what should take place. It's a little bit of a preview. We'll probably jump deeper into it tomorrow. But yeah, I just want to say shout out to, I see Jabari in the mix. I see Mitch. I see OVO. I see HTX. I see 15 Will. What's the motherfucking deal? Psalm. What's the motherfucking deal? But yeah, let me get the song play just a little bit more. Give me about 30 more seconds, and we're gonna jump into this conversation. A lot of little things to talk about, a lot of little things to kind of get into and discuss. So I want to know your opinion on a few things. And yeah, the bot ain't doing shit, so it is what it is. So it is what it is. Shout out to Professor Trill. Wade, what's the motherfucking deal? Give me about 30 seconds, and we're gonna be off in this thing.
Shout out Wide, shout out Wink, what up Tenny, what up Ray Ray, what up Spitz, 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texas, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink, what up Tenny, what up Ray Ray, what up Spitz, 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texas, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect.
Let's get it. What's the motherfucking deal?
What the hell is Sauce Sports or whatever that last call was talking about? What the hell is that?
Guys are from Free Love, man.
Yes, I'm in here looking like Buju Banton. Some of y'all have no idea who that is. I've been real lazy with the Africa Cap stuff going on lately. But what's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to Sauce Sports. Hey, I am your host, Ed Honcho, man. As always, it is glad to see you every time we get an opportunity to come together and get to talk, to chop it up about the Houston Texans. Again, Sauce Sports is all sports, mostly Houston. So tonight we're going to get into the conversation, a little bit of a preview of the game coming up, some things to talk about. But what I was going to say is it's probably going to be a little bit of a short stream today. I think after we're done here on the tube, I'm gonna fuck around on Kick for a little bit. I'm gonna try some things that's either probably gonna get my Kick account immediately banned or it's gonna be pretty cool. So we'll figure that out. So if you don't know, if you ain't fucking with Kick, go kick.com/saucesports. And Twitch, I kind of got that mostly figured out, but I'll deal with that later. So because there's some things I think I can do on Kick that I might not be able to do on Twitch. So make sure if you fuck with that. Because to kind of explain, like the bot's not working right now here on YouTube because YouTube has a quota on the API calls. And so it limits what I got so much shit going on the back end. It uses that up relatively quickly for the most part. And so it's just kind of, so it'll kind of cut off in the chat or it'll do whatever else. But with a lot of stuff I got going on, it'll work well. It works perfectly fine in Twitch, works perfectly fine on Kick. But that's just some other things I want to do to be able to get into the conversation the way I want to. But anyway, so let's see. If I miss you, I ain't dish. Let me see. In the life of Kobe, what's the motherfucking deal? I saw Kobe in the in the Texans chat earlier. I think earlier the other day too. Let me see. Chill out. What's the motherfucking deal? Man, I rarely ever I've probably been to 3 live Texan chats in my life, 2 of them this week. I really don't be doing the little after. I don't really care too much for it. Because it's generally coach speak, player speak, and it's really not that interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's really not something that I get into like that. Like I don't. You hear the politically correct shit enough. Oh, they're pretty good. But if you be in a locker room, like them niggas trash, nigga, you trash. Like you can't say the shit that you say during the week about each other, and then get on the fucking field and then line up and go, nigga, you sorry, you try to talk shit to you, and like it just doesn't work. It's just speak. It's because again, if you really got out there and said some shit and said, man, I think fucking Jacoby Brissett sucks ass. I think he's the fucking piece of shit. He's a fucking trash ass journeyman. I'm not saying that, and don't come back and blame me if something happens. I'm like, well, Hunter, you said all this stuff, and this is why you burnt us up. It's not. It's no. I'm just saying, if you say something like that, they call that a special phrase. That phrase is called bulletin board material. So then the other team gets all hyped up and get all pumped up. They still probably get their shit pushed in. But if something goes wrong and you say something like that, then that's the excuse. If you lose, it makes you look stupid, and so you just kind of don't do that, right? Hey, Lobo, what's the motherfucking deal? Wink, what's the motherfucking deal? Remember, y'all, like I say, if you got a Kick count, we're gonna fuck around on the Kick after this because like some shit that's not working on the YouTube because of the quotas. That there's no quotas on Kick and Twitch that's hindered. So if y'all want to fuck around later on, we'll dive deeper into this conversation a little bit more. Like I'm gonna touch on some things. I'm gonna speak on some things. No Diddy. I'm gonna speak on some things, and we're going to. I'm playing. I even said no Diddy. I'm mad I said no Diddy. I probably said that. You know what? Fuck all y'all. See, this is why I say this is why I be off the internet. That's why I be disappearing for long periods of time because I know when you socialize and you interact with stuff enough, it starts to bleed into your day to day, like your vernacular. So there's just certain shit I don't like saying, and certain shit I don't like doing that is very prevalent on the internet. And I know eventually, I was pretty good with the pause for a long time, not avoiding that because I thought it was stupid. But there we go. Anyway, HT Jason, what's the motherfucking deal? Jared Key, keep up in the building. What's the motherfucking deal? If I miss you, I ain't dish you, I promise. But let's kind of get into it, man. Let's kind of get into it. A couple of things I want to speak on. Like I said, I can't get into everything because just the shit I had set up, the bot's not working fully, so we're going to do it on Kick. If you fuck with Kick, kick.com/saucesports. This is not a trap game, okay? And I know what you're saying. Like, oh, good teams, when they play teams that aren't that good, this is not a trap game because you're talking about a team that started off 0-3, right? So this is not one of those games where they feel like they have anything to risk. They're fighting for something. They want their division. If you don't think that this team is hungry, you got to be hungry. Y'all don't know about Les Brown. But this team is hungry. This team wants to eat. This team knows that they have something special. I mentioned the TOD a couple of streams back, the team of destiny. Sometimes things just happen to fall in your way, right? And I was looking at a chart. I may have the image up here. I might not have it on here. But I was looking at a chart, and it was showing the current playoff situation and where the Texans are. And I'm going to be honest, right? Like, I know we've talked about this a couple of times, that the division, you want to win the division. The division is the way You get the home field advantage at least one game, and you try to leverage that into some more opportunities, right? I get it. If you look at the path that it would take for us to go through the wild card to be on the road, it would be the most legendary story ever told, I think, of a football organization, especially for it to be the Texans, who are still considered the expansion team, right? Like, I think that what you would have to do, again, going through, I'd want to see the Patriots, I'd want to see the Broncos, I'd want to see every team that was ever kind of even in question with us, like, like take the Steelers out because you got Rodgers, just throw another legendary quarterback, throw another Hall of Famer in there for us real quick. So we might throw Phillip Rivers in the mix too, I guess, if you consider him to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's just, I don't know. He's played a lot of fucking football, but that's neither here nor there. So we're going to knock off a couple of Hall of Famers. It'd be great to have to knock off Aaron Rodgers on the way. But the Broncos are a must-see. Like, I wouldn't feel satisfied with this playoff run without getting to revisit the Broncos again, because the Broncos are talking crazy. And I know you say, Honcho, this is about the Cardinals, right? Yeah, we're going to get there. And we're not overlooking, and we're not, like I said, this is not a trap game, and I'm explaining to you why. Because they're talking to crazies. And I went back and I was kind of watching that Broncos game earlier. I went back, my memory is terrible. I had to go back and watch a bunch of games today, and I was just like, damn, I forgot about this, that, and the third. I went back and watched that Broncos game, bro. Like, are you serious? You look at their play, you look at their statistics, and you look at that game. And you guys tell me, you guys tell me, again, quick poll, 0 for no, 1 for yes. Do you guys have any fear of playing the Broncos again? I mean, when I say fear, I mean even a little bit is concerned. If you like 100%, we'll stomp the fuck out the fucking Broncos, 0. If you got a little bit of concern, if you're a little worried, if you think, Bo Nix is a pretty good quarterback, man, I don't know, then put a 1. I want to know what y'all feel. I want to know what Sauce Nation feels, right? Because Sauce Nation is a different breed of Texans fans. So, again, if you're new to this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're not, hey, everybody's welcome. You ain't got to just be a Texans fan. Anybody can be a Sauce Nation, right? We fuck with everybody. But I was just looking at that, man. That thought came to mind, like, that could be the greatest road. And then, I know a lot of people saying the Rams. Let's be honest. If Woody Marks plays that game instead of Dare, like, we beat the Rams, right? So this is a different conversation, because I was watching that game earlier again, too, and I was just like, I don't know why I thought Dare had played more snaps, 2 or 3 more games. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got to stay off the weed. But anyway, Woody Marks plays that Rams game, we beat the Rams. So, again, I'm not concerned about the Rams. I'm not really concerned about anybody, right? And it's kind of arrogant to say that you're only 8-5 and to feel that way. But, again, everything being everything with this defense remaining healthy, I don't think there's anybody to legitimately fear, including the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I say this, that there's no fears, right? And I see we got all zeros. I say this that there's no fears, but there is a concern. And it's going to kind of constantly be a concern until proven otherwise. You got 4 games to prove to me otherwise that this is not. Because, I mean, if you want to look at it statistically, let's just look at this offense. This Houston Texans offense, to me, is the big concern, right? But at the same time, with what the Cardinals like to do, which is put the ball in the air a whole lot, like, I'm kind of looking forward to whatever happens. I mean, it's like, I feel like this is a game where the defense should have a score. Because I want to say, Jacoby's putting it in there, 40-plus times? They said, over the last 5 games? 40 attempts over the last 5 games? You telling me that you have worries that you give Will, you give Daniil, right? Toya, you give all these guys, and then you give that secondary 40 attempts. You give them 40 chances, right? 40 chances to seize the ball. 40 chances to pick that. Let's be realistic, right? Like, let's be realistic. 40 chances. And again, Jumper says decent. He's a decent journeyman. I'm not going to just shit on him. But you saw what they did with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes I don't think, took 40 attempts. I don't even remember how many he took. You saw what they did with Josh Allen. You saw what they did with these guys. 40 attempts that you've averaged the last 5 games, right? How many interceptions? I won't say takeaways overall, but we'll come back to that because they don't run the ball a lot. I think Jacoby Brissett was their leading rusher last game, and it wasn't, I mean, maybe he had 40 yards, something like that, 30, 40. How many interceptions do you think this Texans defense comes away with on a team that's putting up 40 passes a game, right? And again, I believe Harris is still out if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I might have to be corrected. I hadn't checked to follow up on that, right? And again, no, you better have to put some respect on Mike Wilson's name. So we're going to have at least 5 interceptions. That's what I'm seeing. Like, you got to think about it, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it. Like, on these lesser offenses, on these lesser games that we've played, better teams, that you can't be concerned. And I don't think that this is a trap game, because the reason why I say this ain't a trap game, this Texas defense is hungry, and I think they want everything that they can take, right? And so things happen, plays happen. They're getting some decent tight end play. Like, things can happen, right? So things could go favorably, where maybe 1 score, maybe 2 scores. I can see that, right? But it just goes back to, and I know people are like, oh, Hunter, you've been hard on CJ, or you hating on CJ. I promise I'm not hating on CJ. I'm just not seeing the CJ of the potential that I know CJ has. Y'all hit that like button. And that's my concern. Like, it's in flashes. It's in flashes, you know. Some of these plays you go back and you look at, some of these big chunk plays, some of these statistics, you look at the numbers, you're like, hey, this was a great play made by Woody here. This is a great play made by Nico here, and added a little chunk change to it. You know what I mean? Like, these aren't, like, the numbers aren't good, right? And that's why I say I'm not a stat sexual. I don't care about the statistics. But when you watch the game and you see some of these things, like, some of these are some of the most beautiful throws you've ever seen made, right? And again, I go back and I look at some of these games. You look at, like, the 49ers game, things like that. Let's talk about Kaylee for a second, right? Because I'm seeing a lot of mixed opinion on Kaylee. Like, and I'm seeing a lot of too is when it's good, when the play is good and play call is good, it's CJ played well. When it's all bad, it's like, yeah, CJ did a little bit. It's all Kaylee. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm just curious, right? And I know you're like, Hunter, you find every reason you can to try to talk negatively about CJ. I just feel like something, and it's like a nagging thing, right? Because, again, when you get the win, quarterback gets the glory. When you lose, quarterback gets the blame, right? That's just kind of how it goes. Peanut, you got to move, man. And so it's something that's been bothering me. Like I said, even watching the games throughout the year, just kind of going back and watching them. Big Teddy, what's the motherfucking deal? Diesel, what's the motherfucking deal? Poppy, what's the motherfucking deal? D, what's the motherfucking deal? If I miss you, I ain't dish you, I promise. But yeah, it's just it's concerns, man. It's just like, because it's a couple plays that we've seen that, hey, he got some lucky breaks. It could have been a couple other turnovers. There's a couple plays where it's just like, man, you know, it was miscommunication, receivers drops, but it's something it's not, I don't know, it just doesn't feel consistent enough, and it bothers me, right? Like, I know you say we got a defense that's good enough to beat anybody, but you got to be able to put points on the board. I don't think they would say that Arizona ain't put up like 23 in the last, I forgot how long. So, I mean, you got a team that, again, if you can keep any other team, if you can score 24 points a game, right, which is not outrageous. It's not an outrageous ask for an offense that has the weapons that we have, right? Yeah, I don't think it's outrageous. You've seen teams do it more with less. And again, I think 24 is a safe space. Like, 24 points is you're pretty much good to go. You're pretty much gonna walk away, especially like with the cohesion and everything the defense has now. Early on in the season might not have been just quite enough, but with the cohesion that the defense has now, like, that's you're almost guaranteed to walk away with a win, right? Burke, the transition from Burke to from D'Amico to Burke was seamless. It would seem like you almost didn't know. I don't think most people didn't know at first. Like, it's been seamless, almost. Some would say maybe a little bit better, right? Right, and that's possibly because maybe Burke doesn't have as much on his plate, not being the head coach. You know, when you're trying to be the head coach and the coordinator, you're wearing multiple hats, right? So you got to deal with a lot of other issues and still have to focus on the whole side of the ball. So I think with him having that confidence and, allowing him to take over those responsibilities and then him allowing himself to be a head coach, all he has to do is get with like a watchmaker or something, and we can work on these time management issues, like get him a special watch made or get him one of them guys. Like, I know some teams they'll have the clock guy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I keep going back to this because it does. It just, I need to see the consistency, right? And again, CJ just has to be a decent game manager. I have to take something back. Shout out to Wink, man, because I think Wink brought it up last night. It was either Wink or Spitz in the Discord. And I may mention, I talk about how much better that I think that this Texans defense was than the 2000 Ravens. Some of those statistics were brought back up. Raven is a close relative to a crow. You guys may or may not know that, right? Very close relative to the crow, like cousins, like bird cousins. Birdman, daddy. Let's see, Peanut Joe, you want to bring your punk ass in and now you want to whine. The crow and the Raven are pretty same, so I'm gonna have to eat a little crow. That defense was spectacular. Like, I don't know. Y'all get some time to go back and look. Them motherfuckers. But it was just, again, like I said, it's a different brand of football, so there's some things. We could get into the technicals of what would be allowed and not allowed and all of that. And we can get real nitpicky, but we just going to give them their due. That defense was probably the best to ever do it. The way them motherfuckers scored on the fucking defense side of the ball is probably be unmatched, right? So there's that. But looking at it, right, I think, let me let this dog out because he's whining too much. So, like I said, but then comparing that defense, not comparing that, comparing C.J. Stroud to Jacoby, right? C.J.'s played 10 games, about 2,100 yards, close to 2,200 yards. I think 12 TDs, and you got, like 6 INTs. You got Jacoby, I think a little over 25, played 8 games. And again, when you're playing from behind, you're going to put the ball in the air a lot more. When you're playing catch up, you're going to put the ball in the air a lot more. So I'm not saying this, Jacoby, look, Jacoby's better. I'm just giving you guys some statistical comparisons, right? Because again, every time I say anything slightly negative about CJ, y'all think I hate him. I don't. I just believe that he has way more potential. And I think we got to figure out what's the thing, what's the missing link, what's the piece that's keeping this this team from being as equally dominant, or you're not gonna be as dominant as this defense, but as being just as potent on offense, potentially, as we are on defense. And I think that CJ is the missing piece. Like, because you see guys out there making plays, you see guys out there making fucking catch. Like, I went back and just looking at some of the plays that have been made over the years. Woody done made some motherfucking some plays. Fucking Noel has made some plays. Like Higgins has made. Fucking Nico has made some amazing fucking catches. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's just, it's the playmaking ability. Schultz, we call Schultz too. The playmaking ability is there. But for some reason, it's not, it just doesn't seem like it's cohesive. It's bits and pieces. Like, this is not a team as designed, even with the questionable running game. Like, this is not a team that should be having multiple 3 and outs, right? Like, this is not that's not something that should be going on with we re-signed Brevin Jordan. Right. Exactly, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, so that's why I had to think about it for a second, even like Schultz. But it's a situation where, man, it's something, like I said, that's what they need to have a players only meeting or something. Something needs to click. Maybe they need to go eat. Like, I don't know if y'all used to do this shit, but before game day, like the day before the game, like in high school. In high school, the day before the game, we'd like go to like a little CC, not little C, CC's and little C's are 2 different things. Okay, let me not make them. Little CC, that's a whole different thing. You don't go to little CC house, that's a different game day ritual. You know what I'm talking about? But we ain't finna get in that. This is not the right channel for that. But anyway, but nah, we go to CC's, hit the buffet. You know what I'm saying? You hit the buffet. I forgot all about damn motherfucking fails. Let me come back. Remind me of that before the end of the stream. And I did say I was gonna go short. Again, if y'all have a kick.com/softsports, I said we're gonna do a short stream here because some of the stuff, because I had some visuals and some things I wanted to pull up for y'all, but like I said, because of the way I got the system designed and the way YouTube has certain quotas on things. It works on Twitch and Kick much more fluidly and much more smoothly. That's why I don't even have the other little sidebar up here. It's just the big screen looking crazy. So I'm gonna try some things on there. Like I said, probably stop here in about maybe 5-10 minutes, and then maybe about 7. I know it's a game tonight. That's why I want to try something because the game is on. So again, if you got a Kick account, make sure you pull up on the Sauce Sports on Kick because we're gonna try something. We'll try something fancy tonight. But again, and you're looking at the numbers. So again, like I said, it's a situation where these guys are not going to run the ball. It's not like they're going to move the ball like that on the Texans anyway. I think it's going to be a feast for the Texans ultimately. When you're putting 2 and 2 together with what with what Arizona wants to do, with what they do best, I think is also what the Texans want them to do. Now, I expect more from you, Trillard. I'm quite disappointed in that one. I had to sit there and think about it and try to stretch it to find the humor in that. I'm disappointed. I expect more for you to call yourself a member of Sauce Nation. That's terrible. Anyway, but I think this is going to be a game that bodes well. And again, we're going to continue to talk about the defense. I think everybody's going to eat. I think it's going to be a situation kind of similar to last game where everybody eats. You know what I was thinking? You know who has like the most boring highlight? Who has the most boring highlights on the Texans? Fucking Derek Stingley, because he's so fucking good. Like that nigga's highlight tape is like 15 seconds long. Because nobody tries. Like the Derek Stingley tape is like a scene transition. You know what I'm saying? Like that's about it. It's like 3 plays. You know what I'm saying? Because like the niggas ain't testing. Nobody tries it. And again, it's going to be another one of those situations where, again, your best guy's going to be locked up. Your best guy's out. I think, again, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Harrison's out. I don't know what his injury is. I'm not going to act like I know right now. I have to get that information when I get some time. And then so your next best guy, so your best guy's out, right? Think about this. All you can do is throw the ball. Your best receiver's out. You got a good tight end, but that's not been an issue all year. I mean, you saw what happened to Kelsey. The tight end is not an issue all year. So now your next best guy, who probably be your number 2 guy, is getting covered by Stingley. Whatever else you got is like. I expect to see a couple of quarter blitzes from Lassiter. Like I expect it. Like it's a given. And I'm not saying like I expect to see it. Like I expect to see it work. You know what I'm saying? Like I expect to see Lassiter come away this game with a sack. Like mark my motherfucking words. Put on the thing about it. See what I'm saying? About it ain't working. I can't even put that on the thing. He's coming away. Lassiter's going to come away from this game with a sack, like a turnover and a sack. That's the kind of shit that's going to take place. But again, like you're in a situation where the Texans are going to want to do. You got 2 of the best premier pass rushers in the league on each side. What are you going to do? You got the best secondary in the league. You don't have your best receiver. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a situation where it's going to be yards are going to be like high octane. They're going to be that 93. That fucking you can't. They're going to be difficult to obtain. So again, like I said, it's a situation where I don't want to come across cocky, right? Because we're in a situation where every game matters. I don't think these guys are overlooking anything. Like I think they want to pick the bones clean of everything and every team along the way, so they can go back and look and say, hey, like this is not one of those situations where we can take a game off because we're in this. But like, like you say, think you Petrie. So I'm trying to tell you, look, I'm telling you, they gonna send Petrie. I mean, they gonna send Lassiter on a corner blitz. Like I'm telling you, he's going because he almost had one other game. He's hungry. That's why I like him. He's just an aggressive corner. But yeah, it just comes down to it, man. It's a situation where the Texans should be a game, and I keep going. Let me refer back to CJ. Why I was mentioning CJ earlier. This should be a game where CJ runs it up. Like there's no excuse for CJ to not run it up. Because I don't think they showed the Pro Bowl votes, right? And like everybody but CJ is getting Pro Bowl votes. Is second or third in their position group, right? You know what I mean? Like it don't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Like everything else that's going on, your quarterback should be in that conversation. Everything else, nobody's talking about CJ at all. Like in a light of like, this is his team. It's like, yeah, this is CJ Stroud plays for the Texans. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of where the situation is. And it's something about it doesn't feel right. Like when you went from that conversation of this guy might win MVP as a rookie to hopefully we can get to a middle of the pack offense. Like it something about that just nags at me inside. And right, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just something about it. It nags me inside, bro. And it's just I want to see him get the shine I feel like he deserves, but I think he has 4 games. I think he has 4 very favorable games. Is Marvin Harrison playing? Is he playing? Because I thought he was hurt last game, so I didn't know if he was healthy this game or not. So I didn't follow up. If Harrison is playing, and we're talking about something a little bit different, but like I said, I didn't know. Like I said, the last I know he was hurt, and I didn't know if he was playing this game. So if he's playing this game, then that's a different conversation. If Harrison is out though, I think you're in a bad situation. I think you're in a bad situation. If Marvin, it doesn't matter. Like, what am I saying? What am I saying? It doesn't matter, right? Because again, you got to stop. And then they guys with their tackles, I think, just went down. So it's a situation for the Texans where it should be. I don't want to call it a trap game, but it needs to be a tune-up game, right? A game where base defensively, you just kind of keep yourself sharp for the next thing, right? Because we know that we know that the Arizona's not contending for shit. They've been out of conversation since last month. They're probably like one of the first teams out of the conversation. So when a team is in that position, they would love nothing more than to be able to spoil it for you, especially like the little Cinderella journey. He's still injured? Okay. Yeah. So if he's, like I'm saying, if he's hurt, it's a wrap. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, man? So that's what I'm saying. And also, this is why I say, and I got to go back and see what they played. And that's why we'll switch to the other things. There were some things I want to show in real time that I cannot because of the thing. So that's why I said we're going to slide the kick here in a minute. We're going to continue this conversation. About 2 more minutes. But the Arizona's given up like 40 in like 3 of their last 5 games, right? This is a game where if CJ Stroud and his offense can't get you a 30 burger, like 30 and some change, really, you know what I'm saying? Like with 30 and some change, like you have to be a little worried, right? Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to know for sure. Like, because again, I don't know what the situation was. I don't know what his injury was. And so if he was hurt, cool. If not, cool. But yeah, this is like I say, this is a game where if the Texans offense cannot put up 30+ points, we need to have a real conversation, right? Because if you're telling me other teams, if 3-4 other teams in the league, and you consider yourself a big dog, and you got the weapons, you got CJ back. This is game 3 since the concussion. There's no excuses for anything going on. You don't. There's no more. And who said, man? Before I think the end of last stream, before the end of last stream was over, who said it? I don't want to give credit because that shit had me fucking dying about CJ. Somebody who said in the comments, CJ need to stop dressing like his mama. Because that was the funniest fucking shit. Like because I had just ended the stream and I read, I think it was D Skills said it. But man, I read that shit and when I laughed for a good 5 minutes, bro. Like because this is the sauce, bro. We're gonna keep it wild. I'm gonna keep it 2025 with y'all. Like it's just Charles, what's the motherfucking deal? Like I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, right? And again, I can talk. You say Chris Long believes CJ's a better playoff QB. We'll see. We can see him in the playoffs. We'll see him in the playoffs this year. Like if we don't get to the playoffs, it's CJ's fault, right? I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna jump off, and then like I said, about 7. Again, I'm trying to skip. I'm gonna see how I kick it. Like I've never done a kick stream, so I'm gonna try a bunch of stuff on there. So if y'all bored, y'all want to watch the game, or y'all watching the game, I might have Might be in the Discord too. Might have a bunch of shit going on because I want to see what Kit can do. I want to see some other things. But no, he said, yeah. CJ Doobie. You watch how I say certain things. CJ look like a little stud. CJ to be walking around H-Town looking like a little stud, bro. Like he do kind of dress like he got stud face. Okay, and I'm not like stud on the football field. Oh my God, he be walking around here looking like the tallest stud in Houston, nigga, like a super stud. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to the club and you holler at a broad and you ain't really know, you thought it was something else going on, and the motherfucker turn around. Like one of them ones that'll fight you. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them ones that'll get real aggressive, which like one of them ones you probably got to call the police on. Like a super stud, bro. Like, you know, one you might have to tussle with. Like, and I'm not knocking, but he do. So when when I read that comment, bro, that shit had me fucking. And again, I say this, y'all gonna be pissed. I swear, like I can't crack jokes. I can't say nothing because y'all swear that I hate people because of cracking jokes. I love CJ. I promise I do. You know, I promise I do. But this is just the shit that I be observing. This is just the shit I be seeing a nigga do though, right? Hey, look. Let me tell y'all two things, right? I said, you know, light skin CJ. When we used to call him light skin CJ, his rookie year, that's when he was balling. Everybody got that. You're talking about people's skin tone. That's right. I am a fucking racist. Oh well, I don't. Okay. But he ain't been doing the fucking dance. That's why. Like, he need to get back to doing the fucking stupid dance. And even he do the little stupid dance, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I don't even remember how it go. Like, I threw my back out. I don't even remember how the stupid fucking dance go. But when he was doing the stupid dance, he was scoring. I don't even know what he do now. Like, when this last time this nigga, I ain't seen this nigga doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I mean. Like, you need something. Had all the little kids doing this. Like, remember, like 2 years ago, all the little kids wanted to be C.J. Stroud. We always thought it was like a Patrick Mahomes replacement. Now nobody talks about it. Right? Like nobody talks about it. So it is what it is, man. I hate it. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I'm all of it, Vic. I'm all of it. I'm all the bad isms. I'm a good person. I just kind of subscribe to all the bad isms. But you know, that don't mean I would treat anybody unfairly. I just think stereotypes are hilarious and they exist for a reason. But shout out to Vic, shout out to Rico. What's the motherfucking deal? Yeah. But yeah, so it's just like it's a crazy deal, man. But let's do this. Like I said, I'm slide up out of here, get a couple of things in order. Kick.com/SauceSports, 7:15 at the latest. I'm saying 7 o'clock-ish. I'm finna try to set some stuff up to try some things over there because, like I said, it's an issue with YouTube and the way it works. Like, so there's quotas on certain things that I can do. It's very unfortunate too. But again, if you still want to talk some Texas, you want to talk about the game that's coming on, you want to talk about some other shit, we'll do all that. I know people who were like, Hunter, what the fuck? You're going on these different platforms and you're not in the fucking den. So what's up with that? So we're working on that. All right, I promise. I love y'all. But anyway, so we're gonna talk about Deuce. Again, I appreciate y'all for sliding through. Again, like I said, it's a short stream tonight. With that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Make sure you're following all the proper platforms. Sauce Sports HTX on Instagram, Twitter. Sauce Sports TV on Twitch, and Sauce Sports on Kick. So kick.com/sauce. I mean, all the links in the description. Just scroll down to the description. All the shit I'm saying is in the description. Just go click. Y'all don't want to type that shit no way. Just scroll down there and click the shit. And I'll be like, what was that link again? Just click it. All right. So with that being said, shout out to Mitch. What's the bit? And Purple Drink. What's the motherfucking deal? But yeah, I'm gonna talk about Deuce. And yeah, I'm just gonna tweak a couple of things. Catch y'all on the kick side. If not, I'll catch y'all mañana. We're gonna dive deeper into this a little bit mañana. I know what I messed up on today that kind of triggered the quota. So if you don't catch it in the kick tonight, maybe you'll catch a little bit of something tomorrow. But with that being said, I'm out, man. I appreciate y'all. Sauce Nation, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Most of all, y'all stay saucy. I'm trying to produce. Adios, amigos, senors and senoras, and all that stuff. Yeah, right.